Okay. Revive on my end.
Good here.
Yep.
Okay, so hello and welcome to College Cheese Podcast, episode 113. It's like kind of unlucky because there's 13 in it. Not really. Anyway, as always, I'm your host, Al, and joining me are two of the regulars. Joe's here.
Hey.
Nate's here.
Yo.
Aaron is not here yet, but he was in the select, so he should be joining us relatively shortly. But I mean, news is kind of thin, but we got a couple key things we can talk about. Apparently, Sony had their second ever PlayStation State of Play presentation that I actually didn't watch because, I mean, I didn't really hear anything like groundbreaking from it except for like one thing, which we'll probably talk about more once Aaron joins.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, because let's see, there was the thing that we'll talk about when Aaron joins, and then there was, I think the only thing notable to me was like they released that's when they revealed the release date for that medieval game that Joe likes so much.
Yeah.
Yeah. Random question.
Okay.
When was the last day to play? Was that last month?
Yeah, it was I think it was last month. It was maybe.
I'm just wondering if the ongoing trend is monthly updates.
Yeah, it could be. I mean, if that's the case, then I'll stop being so harsh on the first one.
Yeah, because I mean, if you think about it, it would make sense if they're spreading it out, the news.
Yeah.
Like, let's not announce something a year before it's needed.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, since, because Sony's not going to be at E3 this year. E3 rapidly approaching.
Yeah, well, everyone's getting ready, though, right?
Yep.
I think EA just announced that they had tickets on sale.
Okay. Nintendo revealed their E3 schedule. Because they're going to have their Direct on, I think, June 11th, it said.
I think they're actually having a booth at E3.
Okay.
I don't know if they did last year, but I know that
I think they did because because I think they'll have the pre-recorded Direct,
but they still have the booth.
Yeah, because I think they had a booth last year because that's like they had like a Splatoon tournament and some demos and stuff, and their Nintendo Treehouse thing, which they're doing this year as well. So according to their schedule, the Splatoon 2 World Championship is on June 8th, and then the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate World Championship is on the same day, and then the Direct is on the 11th, and then right after the Direct, they'll have the Nintendo Treehouse Live, which I watch sometimes and sometimes I don't. Anyway, I haven't really heard anything from Xbox. I don't know if Xbox has really announced anything yet.
I mean, Xbox is doing something though.
Yeah,
they can't get away with not doing anything.
It'd be weird if they didn't, because Sony's not there, and then it's like, oh, like if Xbox isn't, I'd be pretty shocked if Xbox wasn't there. But they will be.
I mean, technically, this is the E3 for them to announce. No, sorry, next one. Next E3 is the announcement for the new system.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because they just came out with that discless Xbox One.
Yep.
Like that came out last week, I think.
It makes no sense. You can literally find one with a disk drive for cheaper than that one.
Like I haven't looked into the specs or anything.
Nothing's changed.
Nothing. It's
nothing,
it's the same thing.
Yep.
Just
it's S. It's an S without a disk drive. I don't even think it has extra storage.
No, I think it's
The only thing that might be coming with it is a bundled what was it, the new Game Pass?
Oh, the Xbox Live Gold Game Pass thing?
Yeah, I think that might be the only thing that's like included with it. That's not included with one of the other ones. But I have a feeling they'll end up phasing out that model.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm gonna check the hard.
What do you think, Aaron?
His
mic's muted?
Yeah, his mic's muted. Let's see.
Technical difficulties. I can't talk.
Yeah, he's muted for some. I didn't mute him.
No, I think his mic might be what's causing it. Like if Google Hangouts doesn't detect the mic, sometimes they'll just mute it.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's happened to me before.
But that Medieval, whoever's excited for that, looks good, right?
Yeah.
Let's see. The discless Xbox One S is 1 terabyte for $249.99.
Yeah, and I don't think they sell the 500 gig anymore, do they?
No.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Yeah. So I mean, it's literally the same exact thing, just missing the disk drive.
It has a 1.5 star rating out of 5 on BestBuy.com.
I believe it. Now, you know what's funny? I haven't seen it myself, but I've heard that there's a marketing video out there.
Yeah.
Of them like making fun of themselves, where they're like, "Oh, what can we do for this next one?" And then they peel off the sticker that's the disk drive, essentially,
Nice.
and that's it. I'm like, "Are you serious? Like that was actually part of a marketing campaign?" Let me see if I can find it while Aaron's figuring out his mic.
I'm just trying to think like what like what they're gonna potentially show at the Xbox presentation. I mean, hopefully we get something more on Halo Infinite.
So I have an option that they could take, right?
Okay.
Because we know that we're getting a new system probably for 2020, right? And the last console released in November. So it's probably not going to be this E3 that they announce the new system. Then what they could do is talk about the streaming service. And then have the streaming service bring us into the new systems.
Okay.
I mean, we all know they've been working on it. At least all the rumors are kind of confirmed it.
Right.
Hello.
Yo.
Hey, there you go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, everything's kind of confirmed it, so they could launch a streaming service, make it cost. Say if they do something crazy where they say the new Game Pass is the streaming service.
Mm-hmm.
So you have the gaming service, which is Game Pass, Xbox Live bundled in. It's $15 a month. There you go. You have those, and then you still have the people who are like, well, I want a physical system because of they don't trust online.
Right. Maybe they have a shitty connection or something.
Yep. You have those gamers who can get the new system when it launches. Microsoft probably knows that. I don't know. I can't even say if it's going to be a majority of people are going to prefer to play online than play on an actual system. I think it all comes down to cost perception.
Right.
You know, yes, if you take the same cost, $15 a month for 2 years or for 5 years, you're paying way too much money. But at the same time, some people just don't have $500-$600 to drop on one system.
Right.
And the whole payment plan over time makes more sense to them.
Right.
So, I mean, we'll see what they do. But at least that's one way they could go about it. Because last year, they literally began it with a new system for the X.
Was that last year or was it the year before?
Was it one of the years? They started it with a system. And
I think it was not last year. I think it was the year before because that's when they revealed the Xbox One S at the beginning and the X at the end. And I'm like, because everybody was making jokes that it's like, oh, like they should announce the Xbox E in the middle.
Oh, God. They weren't ready to pull it yet.
God damn it!
But it's like I just hope that I mean nothing against Forza Motorsport. But I just hope they don't do this year what they did I think last year, the year before, when they announced the new Forza and they had the what car was it, Joe? It was a Ford something, I think.
It was the new Ford GT40, I believe.
Yeah, where they lowered it onto the stage for 30 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
And then they talked about it for 30 seconds, and then they raised it back up. I'm like, what was the point of that? You mean you couldn't set up your stage to where somebody could have just driven the thing out and then backed it up? I don't know. It was weird.
I mean, every time they announce something with Forza, don't they do that, though? They drop a car from the ceiling, or they bring out
They started doing that, I think 2-3 years ago.
Something like that.
Damn.
Good
They
old
pulled the
Forza.
video.
But yeah, I didn't mind the presentation last year. I mean, as long as I can never remember anything, but either last year, one of the years when they talked about the Minecraft, but it was not VR, but
The augmented reality thing?
Yeah, the augmented reality Minecraft.
Oh, the HoloLens.
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
HoloLens. That's what it was. Yeah.
Yep.
I was just like, yeah, this is kind of neat.
Well,
but
I mean,
but it's Minecraft.
that was more of a tech demo.
Yeah.
I mean, it's more of
It's a proof of concept.
yeah, exactly.
Right.
It was just kind of showing off the capabilities of their all-inclusive system.
Okay.
Because I mean, you think about it, HoloLens right now is breakthrough-ish. I mean, it is because it's an all self-contained lens unit that's doing everything. Like
Right.
you don't have the backpack anymore. You don't have any kind of other accessories to set up in the office. So I mean, but at the same time, like I said, like Joe said, it's a proof of concept.
Yeah.
Someone could, I mean, the uses they were talking about using HoloLens for was for construction workers to be able to look at a wall and see where the wires were ran at the time that they put them, like real time stuff like that.
Oh, so you mean how, like, in Arkham Knight, you can scan a wall and see all the wiring inside the wall?
Kind of like that. Yes.
Yeah.
Although I think in Arkham they made it seem like he was literally just seeing through the wall.
Yeah,
This could
Yeah,
be-
something like that.
it was
You can
a
see the, like, the
vision
electro-
mode in his cowl that let him
Yeah.
see electronic devices.
Yeah,
Anything running
because the
electricity.
electromagnetic field coming from the wires and stuff like that. Yeah, I
Yeah,
got
this
you.
would be more planning though. Like they could see. I'm trying to think of the best way to describe it. You know, like those anytime
like-
you see
It's
a movie.
it's basically like building it before they build it.
Yes,
Mhm.
yes.
It's like so they can build it in like the HoloLens to like, oh, this is how it'll work, this is how stable it'll be, this is what we can change,
Mhm.
blah blah blah, and then they can actually build the final product without having any issues.
Yeah. If you want to really, drum the beat about it, it's like any spy game you've played, where they're like, pull up a diagram of the building, and then they're like, oh, the rooms are here, they're here, and here. You'd be able to identify it looking through the lens because it would actually show you that door is where you need to go.
Or like when Tony was giving a diagram of the Mobius strip from Endgame.
No, because that more or less, I guess, kind of yes. Although he'd be the only one who sees it.
Mm-hmm.
Way too much HoloLens talk right there.
It's okay. Didn't they show off like 3 Gears games last year too? Xbox.
Oh yeah, there's the Funko Pop related one,
And then there was like
and
a
there was
mobile one.
something like that.
Did you say a Funko Pop related
Yeah.
Gears of War?
Yeah, they
Yeah,
advertised the Gears game with the Funko Pops.
It was 100%. It looked like a World of Final Fantasy for Gears of War.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I remember that now.
All right.
Not ideal.
Yeah. I mean, it's Gears.
Mhm.
Do any of us really care about Gears?
Nope.
What
There was a
that,
time. I'm not gonna lie. There was a time where I did like playing that game.
Okay.
Yeah, I did too. Like the stories for 1 and 2 were pretty good.
Yep.
I never played 3, nor did I care to.
I don't think you really. Well, I think I did finish because that was the last Cliffy B one, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nate,
What?
question for you. What was that? Was that a cartoon back in the day we used to watch? It would be like, good idea, bad idea.
I don't know.
That
That's not
was,
enough information for me. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I remember what segment that was, but I don't remember where it showed up in.
Yeah.
SWAT
was-
cats.
SWAT cats. Wow. I used to like SWAT cats.
SWAT Cats?
Mm-hmm.
Like a show I watched.
Hmm?
That doesn't sound like a show I watched.
Yeah, you used to watch SWAT Cat with
SWAT
T-Bone
Cat?
and Razor. Yeah, and they had the jet.
What the fuck are we talking about? Hang on, let me.
See, I remember the title of SWAT Cats. I never actually watched an episode. I know it exists. I just
this
don't
show. I don't think I
Mhm.
ever knew the name of the show, to be honest. 100%. I
Like,
don't think I ever,
I could have said something more obsolete, like biker mice from Mars or something.
it's
No.
like that, but for cats. Holy. I remember these characters now, but it was really called
T-Bone and
SWAT
Razor.
Cats?
SWAT cats.
Oh my god, I was a terrible youth.
It's like we just like it's like Nate found like buried treasure, but he knew what it was, but he didn't know the name of like what it was.
Yeah, he just found buried treasure, but all the gold is actually chocolate.
Pretty much.
This is terrible. Like this is like, oh, I just can't. Then again, I don't know. I got nothing. We need
I
to move on.
mean, it's like a bunch of like a bunch of cartoons from like the 90s and stuff.
I think SWAT cats was like 90s, early 2000s, wasn't it?
Something like
Yeah, it's
that.
90s.
Yeah, it's definitely
It's
90s.
definitely 90s. Yep.
Oh yeah,
Late 90s, right?
definitely 90s and a half. And
96,
someone on
97, give or
Kickstarter
take.
apparently tried bringing the show back.
Wow.
Yeah, SWAT Cats Revolution. Oh my god. Wait, I think this is a video game. I can't. Just can't. This is terrible.
I didn't even know SWAT Cats had a video game.
I didn't either.
I'm surprised they didn't make a video game, actually.
Seriously, everything from the 90s got turned into a video game.
Yeah, even Batman the Animated Series had a video game.
Ren and
Oh, Michael
Stimpy
was
had a
not
video
that
game.
good.
Biker Mike
Yeah.
from Mars.
Rocky and Bullwinkle.
Yep.
That wasn't from the 90s, but that got turned into a video game. Anyway, yeah, E3's right around the corner, and Sony's not like, now that Aaron's here, we could talk about it. But Aaron, you know what I'm gonna do. You know what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah. I know. I know what you're about to say.
That big ass grin on your face.
hmm
Yeah, the Sony, they had the second State of Play presentation, and basically the one thing that everybody was talking about from that presentation.
Final Fantasy 16.
Yeah, okay.
World of Final Fantasy 9.
hmm
Yeah, that
Final
Final Fantasy.
Fantasy remake of Final Fantasy 10. We promise Titus isn't here this time.
Final Fantasy 10-3 Waka.
Waka Mythologies.
Final Fantasy 10.
The look on Nate's face. Is
Final Fantasy 10-4 commence the jiggling.
Anyway, the Final Fantasy 7 remake teaser that they. Yeah.
Finally, after 4 years from the last teaser we got for Final Fantasy 7 remake, we're actually seeing more stuff on it. Actually, it looks like they got if they're going like they said with the episodic bits and pieces, chunks of it, it looks like we're getting a lot of Midgar in the first one. Like Fisk, wow, Midgar is probably going to be the first episode.
And then is the next episode going to be 3 years later?
No.
At this rate, I wouldn't be surprised.
I was going to say.
Oh, okay. Now I know what you mean. You're not talking about game time. You're talking about.
I'm talking about lifetime.
Yeah.
Like
You're
this
talking
game,
about real
at this rate,
life.
this game is going to span over 25 years.
So, Aaron, you weren't here earlier when we were doing the pre-show stuff.
hmm
And I was saying that all they really need to do with this is make Final Fantasy 7 play like 15. That's it.
Yeah.
They have a baseline for it because it's
hmm
they have it done. I just
A
don't.
lot of the combat reminds me of this, like, Kingdom Hearts, really, to be honest.
I don't know, man. Just this game
I
shouldn't
mean,
be taking this long.
I like the quality of the graphics, like the character faces. Aerith looks nice. Cloud looks nice. I'm not sure if it's the same dude that did the voice of Cloud from Advent Children, or I'm not sure if it's the same dude that did the voice of Sephiroth, but everybody looks nice.
No, it's the same dude. The guy who does Cloud's voices is like dedicated Cloud's voice.
Yeah.
I just find it funny how like the original like art they showed when they were making the remake compared to the trailer now, Cloud is like looking more feminine than he used to.
I mean that's Cloud. I'm just saying, if he's not Advent Children Cloud.
It's like by the time the game actually comes out, he's gonna be like,
Also, Joe, do you not remember he had to dress like a girl in the game?
Yeah, I remember
that. Like I saw a screenshot, like somebody, I guess, like or art or something. It was like it's like they can't wait to get to that part because it was like HD and a bunch of burly men and fucking.
I think Advent Children Cloud was like the best version of Cloud.
Yeah, because he was actually the one that was actually designed for HD.
Mm-hmm.
This Cloud was not designed for HD. He was designed for.
He looks well. Obviously, he's supposed to look a little bit younger than he does in Advent Children. So there's a little bit more youthfulness in the face. I think his hair is kind of a little bit longer than it was in Advent Children in the first designs that they came out 4 years ago prior to this.
I mean, here's the thing, right? Now we're talking about hairstyles and character design right now.
Mm-hmm.
This video game about Final Fantasy VII that looked like garbage. Given for the time, it probably was good. Garbage.
The story was good. The graphics were garbage. Yeah. But it's that was the best they could do at the time. So
was the story that good?
I like the story.
I mean, we've had this conversation in prior ones. I am not a good person to say if Final Fantasy VII was good or not.
Did you beat the whole story?
I think it was overrated.
Did you play the whole story though?
I'm sure I did 30 years ago. Listen, I've played. Let me see. I think 7 was my first Final Fantasy. Yeah, 7 was my first Final Fantasy.
Did you play it all the way? Do you remember like the big keynotes about the story and whatnot? The big
because it was like 80 years ago. Notice this number is getting higher.
Yeah, okay. So the fact of the matter is you don't remember a lot of stories, so your judgment is kind of askew a little bit.
You would think that would mean more because I remember other Final Fantasies better than that one. I'm just saying.
Maybe. Well, you have a point there.
Like with that same logic, if I can remember, if a game sticks out and holds with me longer than that one did. I mean,
well, then again, okay, so you feel about Final Fantasy the same way I feel about 10 and probably about 13.
Listen, everyone knows that 10 had Bitch Boy Titus. Everyone knows that.
Yeah, and you're talking about Cloud being emo and whatnot. I mean,
no, different reasons. Cloud is that like I don't even know what the right words to use. It's just, you know what it is. And I'll take this. We all have those people who kind of ruin things for us.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Brandon ruined Final Fantasy for you.
You just shooting names out. Oh, man. But yes, so you have certain people who like just ruin things for you.
Mm-hmm. Because they obsessively talk about it.
And that could be what it is. But like Final Fantasy VII is literally probably like a 7. It's just okay. It's good enough to be better than average.
He means a 7 out of 100, by the way.
That's the Big the Cat game. All right. But yeah, no, I would probably put it like a 7. And then that's not bad. It's just in terms of standouts, it doesn't stand out for me.
See, the biggest drag about me with Final Fantasy VII is kind of sort of Sephiroth's motivation behind the whole thing.
I'm waiting.
Crickets.
Oh, with well, I don't want to spoil too much, but a lot of Sephiroth's backstory actually has to do with Vincent a little bit.
You know what it is? I just it's just me. Mm-hmm. I've already come to the point where I just don't care. I just need this game needs to come out. We can talk about it, and then it'll drop off. And
I still feel like you have to give the game at least one more playthrough to get a good, accurate feeling about how you actually feel about it.
Okay, Aaron,
it's been a while.
Compared to, say, Final Fantasy 12 or Final Fantasy 9, where would you sit those 3 games?
Okay, you said 12, 9, and what else?
12, 9, or 7.
Oh.
Because I already know mine would be 12, 9, 7. That's me personally, though.
Refresh my memory. What was 12 about?
12 was the one set in like the Final Fantasy Tactics universes with Balthier and
with the rabbit chick and whatnot. Oh, didn't play all through that one.
Ah, that was good.
And I don't remember too much in 9, so I'm gonna have to say 7. I have to go back and play 9 to give you accurate detail. But I like Cloud as a character, even though he was one of those I don't know who he was kind of amnesiac. He basically forgot who he was, and then he picked up or he took Zack's achievements and applied it to himself, and then all of a sudden he got his memory back. It was just like, oh, okay, and whatnot. But
see, but even like in the Final Fantasy VII universe, it's not like I don't like the universe.
I
just even what's his name? The guy who he stole his identity. Was it Zack?
Zack, yeah.
Even Zack's a better character. Given I only liked him because I played Crisis Core.
Yeah,
Crisis Core. Just seems like a better character than Cloud. Not saying that the movie Clouds aren't good, or anything that Cloud is featured in is better than 7. If that makes any sense. Either way, the game's coming out 30 years from now. We'll talk about it then. I'm not really ecstatic for it. If anything, this could be just I'm sure someone could have put together a mod of Final Fantasy 15 and it would have been this.
Yeah.
Faster than Square can put this game out. And I understand that they're putting all this small detail into it, but
I just hope like the details and stuff like that aren't going to overshadow just like the gameplay and whatnot.
At one time, you told me that they were spending. They put the game back a year because they were trying to make sure.
Well, that's what one of the articles says, that like around Aerith's house, they were trying to say that how would the land facilitate all the flowers and stuff like that.
Yeah. And see, like stuff like that to me
sounds
like they're focusing on the wrong details.
I think they are very, very nervous about recreating this game due to how many people actually love 7. If they don't get 7 right, then they're going to get a lot of backlash from the community, because a lot of people love 7. There's more diehards of 7 than I am. And to add, I understand why people say Clouds kind of sucks, but as soon as you got the Advent Children from the start, where Cloud came in all the way up until like his completion, was a pretty good hero's journey arc.
I don't know. Maybe it's just Cloud's dry ass personality.
Well, he's meant to be dry though. He's supposed to be dry and stoic. I mean,
it's more personal.
Barry in DC Comics was kind of dry. Right. That's why a lot more people like Wally.
So you tell me this, all right? You have Cloud, and then you have female Cloud. Why is female Cloud a robot, but Cloud is accepted? Do you know who I'm talking about?
Female Cloud?
Yep, Final Fantasy 13.
Oh.
Lightning.
Oh, Lightning?
Lightning is female Cloud.
Oh.
And she is disliked for the same reasons why people like Cloud.
Yeah.
Explain that to me.
That's actually a good question. It might be the voice actress, by the way. No, because I actually like the voice actress, because she's the same voice actress that did the voice of Liara on Mass Effect.
Cloud didn't have a voice in 7.
True.
So I don't know. Maybe that's what gets me too. Is just that.
But then again, I played through 13. I didn't play 13, 2, or 3. So
they were different games. To be honest, they were different games. But we can talk about Final Fantasy for days. I mean, it's just like I said. Once this game comes out, I'm sure we'll have another one of these
Maybe it's because
Maybe I'll be different.
maybe it's not even about personality. Maybe it's more superficial than that. Cloud had a big ass Buster Sword, and his limit breaks are awesome.
Lightning had a fucking gunblade. Probably the coolest iconic Final Fantasy weapon is a
In
gunblade.
your cognition, that's cool. I don't think gunblades are all that great. I mean,
You sure don't.
didn't Squall
have
have
a
a
flow.
gunblade?
Yup.
Yeah, that's where it started.
Yeah, and
Although,
I think
he had, like,
Squall
a
is
gun
actually a better
revolver, like a
character
blade
than
revolver.
Lightning is.
I'm sorry, what was it?
No, wait. I think Squall is a better character than Lightning is until
A lot of characters are better than Lightning.
That's what I'm getting at. Is that she's literally Cloud, just with a vagina. I'm sorry. Maybe we're not even sure.
mm,
We're not even sure.
that's a good question, though.
I mean,
Lightning is kind of like female Cloud in the sense of stoicness. She doesn't show her emotions and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
She's monotone as fuck.
Yes. I know that's how they wanted the character to be. It's just that was a lot of people's issue, and I'm like, Cloud the same way.
But you never got to hear Cloud.
This is true.
You didn't get to hear Cloud until you got to like Evan Children. That's when you actually heard Cloud talk and speak and stuff like that.
And it was a soap opera actor, which is fine.
Mm-hmm. But I think no, because Lightning, you still even at certain parts of the story in 13, you still got like subtlety of emotion from Lightning, but I think you got a little bit more with Cloud, I guess.
Honestly,
with some characters he was a little bit more open with than others.
See, some people's issue with Lightning, though, I don't think it was like Lightning. It could have been 13 overall, because the gameplay itself was not your typical like open world Final Fantasy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
I heard in like at the end of 13.3 or whatnot, like the third one, Lightning became more of a likable character because at the end of it, she kind of.
Like I said, the other two games, unlike when you went from like 10-2 or anything like that, 10-2 was the same kind of game, just different story.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have 13-2 and 3, which are like just separate games. Like, yes, they have Lightning in them, but they're just different games than Final Fantasy games.
Well, maybe it's the supporting cast that actually helped grow Cloud's popularity, like the way he bounced off of everybody. Maybe it's the fact that Lightning's character kind of didn't fit her supporting cast. It wasn't a good blend, which made people hate Lightning since he was the main character.
Maybe. But like I said, we can talk Final Fantasy for days.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
I mean, it could, the way, getting off of, Final Fantasy characters, the way that I think I started liking Nightwing is the way he bounced off of Batman being like instead of, getting all the whole dark, depressing, vengeful, personality, you got a little bit of nuance with Nightwing.
Yeah.
I would say only Nick can back you up with that. I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Nick, you know what I'm talking about, right?
I 100% know. I know.
It's the reason why I kind of like Wally over Barry, even though, I like Barry's aspect of him being a CSI and stuff like that. You get more of the detective aspect, but with Wally, you get more of the jokes and the humor and the levity with him.
Yeah, just like Spider-Man type of characters.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Even though I'm not happy with what they're doing now with Wally, but hey, we won't talk about Heroes in Crisis.
Nope.
What we will talk about, though, is apparently the Borderlands 3 Vault Hunter count will remain at 4 with no new heroes planned for DLC.
As of right now.
That could be a lie.
Yeah.
I mean, because remember, everyone's big complaint is DLC issues.
Yeah.
So if you have all this DLC ready, why didn't you just release it with the main game?
Yeah.
I mean, a
Good
good way to
point.
save themselves is to say that right now we only have 4 Vault Hunters. We released the game and then we decided, maybe we'll bring back the Necromancer or something like that.
Yeah. Like, because like this game is gonna sell just because it's Borderlands 3.
Yeah.
But it's like,
I need more information on this though.
yeah.
I don't know why. Like I Borderlands 3 should be a quick sell for me, right?
Mhm.
But I kind of want more information about the Vault Hunters, their skill trees. They
Mhm.
reworked how the trees worked.
Mhm.
Like now you can have 2 specials loaded and switch between them.
Yeah, I still want to.
Well,
Yeah.
each tree gets its own active skill,
Oh,
They're
and
yeah.
not using the bathroom.
Zane
Okay.
is the only one that can sacrifice his grenades to use 2.
Yes. Yep. You're right. That's what it was. But no, there was like mods too to different tiers of the tree. I think at least on the Siren I saw. Let me see if I can pull it up.
Yeah, I didn't get to see too much into them, but it looked like a lot of the skill trees just like augment the active skill that they have in there.
I did like though. Why am I trying to spell Borderlands with a BL? Oh,
Borderlands.
holy. No. The leveling, the scaling. That's
Oh,
awesome.
yeah.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
fact that I can find my level loot.
Loot
During-
instancing.
Oh man, that is
It's the
that is-
best.
that is
Pretty great.
It's funny. It's just a small thing, but it's a big quality of life issue.
It really is.
Also, like he was saying, if you're playing online with somebody, and everyone does this, no one can say they don't. A box opens, you pick everything up, and then you sort through it after.
Yep.
So someone goes in, they pick up all the guns, they go, I want this one, they toss.
I prioritize certain types of guns first.
No, I understand, but if you're an online match,
Yeah.
where you know someone else is going to grab it first, you're like, I found this. Grab.
Joe, aren't you more of the elemental gun type person?
Depending on who I'm playing.
I mean, also, I just like the fact that the guns, they really added more to them, like the TDR guns, where you can actually throw them and they do different effects.
Yeah.
Where they become little mini turrets.
Yeah, they either become walking turrets or bouncing proximity mines or something else.
Sticking rocket launchers.
Yeah.
God, I miss Borderlands.
Yeah.
I'll probably end up playing the robot dude. I guess he's going to be the sniper of this one.
I don't know. Like I said, I need more information about these. I've heard information about the Siren, and
all we've gotten is the Siren and the soldier guy. Zane.
Yeah. And they even said that he's a mix of the 2 soldiers before.
He's a mixture of
like Mordecai and
he's a weird mix.
I think. Alton, I think is his name, or something like that. Axton,
yeah.
You think we're gonna get a demo?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think so. It'd be nice if we did, but I don't think.
So Flack, the Beastmaster, is the guy I'll probably end up using. They have a little bit of information on this guy. I'll post it.
Did they release like skill trees?
I will post it. Where's my Slack at? There it is. Random.
I mean, you think there'd be more official information right now, right? I mean, I know they just released this a couple weeks ago, but
yeah, we're still 5 months out.
But you figure they would release more information, or like have more information ready on the website, on the official website.
Yeah.
I mean, because like right now, all you get is you can pre-order it, and these are the editions, and that's it.
It's so he has pets, not Beastmaster.
They added a timeline. Like, you really need a timeline for Borderlands? I mean, it's only.
I wonder if we'll be seeing. Well, yeah, we might be seeing like a lot of the ones from characters from 2 as NPCs.
I mean, he did that in 1. I mean, or in 2 for 1.
Oh, he has some kind of like cloaking ability if you go down and look at the screenshots a little bit. screen grabs. It's the last one at the bottom.
Sorry for the sound. I'm just looking over this stuff.
It's all right. I'm literally going over Twitter, seeing if if there's anything notable trending. Kabuki Warriors is trending. I don't know why.
I mean,
you get a skag and you get a spider ant for pets and some other creatures. Oh, you get one other creature that carries a gun, apparently. So you have 3 pets.
Yeah, because there's 1 active skill per tree.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be interesting though is if they did a hunter mechanic on it, where you can actually find a monster and tame it.
Yeah, that'd be neat. I love me some hunting.
I'll probably use this skag, if anything, depending on how the hell the skill tree is.
You know what the thing is? They wouldn't be able to do that because you figure how easily everything gets killed.
Yeah.
Unless it just gets a significant bonus or boost, I should say.
And some of the creatures probably crazy OP too.
Although you know what, they just make them because I think with the necromancer, that that buddy you had, the death trap,
Yeah.
you couldn't kill that, right?
No, he could. Well, he couldn't die, but he could.
He had a health
He
bar?
did have health, and if it was taken out, he would just disappear earlier.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, maybe. Do you think this is a constant pet or something?
I think it's a constant pet, probably.
I mean, I don't know.
I mean, if it's an active skill, then probably not. But they could put a twist on it.
They could make it a pet, like a co-op kind of pet, and then your active skill is a
The
boost,
buff.
is a buff to it.
Yeah.
And maybe like a kill command where you can tell it where to attack.
Yeah.
Instead of it just attacking at random.
Skag.
It'd be very, it'd be very like the warlock from World of Warcraft when you had the imp. The imp was very trigger happy. So if you had him on like freedom or whatever in a dungeon, he would see an enemy, shoot a fireball at it, regardless. They go by the closest enemy. So even if it's like say there's a turn and you're hitting here, and they have to pass everybody, they'll just bring a trail of enemies to you because they're all trying to kill you.
Yeah.
Good times with the imp.
Be like skag, insta kill.
The other thing too is if it is a pet that kind of helps you the whole time, will it give you the death save? Or will
they have said that NPCs can revive you, so probably.
They have said that.
Yeah, they showed that off during the event.
I just hope the NPCs aren't as dumb as the NPCs in
Listen, a lot
Xenoverse
goes into
2.
programming an NPC. I mean, at some point, it's just math. They just kind of go, this is priority over this, and then do that.
Yeah,
there's no motion. There's no Master Chief, like, let's jump off a cliff and shoot 3 of these guys at the same time and then activate a bubble shield. They'll go, I'll kill this guy, walk down the hill because that could be too much damage. They're programmed to do a certain thing. That's it. Now, it'd be nice, though. They'll never do this. If they gave you that AI, like, priority system to play with, where, like, say, if I'm dropped 20%, prioritize on helping me, something like that. Not going to happen, but it'd be nice if they did. They could even work it into Claptrap if he was a playable character.
Which he should be.
Wasn't he in pre-sequel?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the big selling point. You could play Claptrap.
Yeah, I feel like the 2 selling points of that game was like 1, you can play as Claptrap. 2, it's on the moon.
It It was 100% Borderlands pre-sequel was just that. Hey, here's more Borderlands.
Yeah, it was a cash grab.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like it wasn't like a terrible game. It was just,
It's just
it was just a cash grab.
it was very much Borderlands 2.5, but because it was set before Borderlands 2
Mm-hmm.
pre-sequel.
I think the Telltale game was more well received than the pre-sequel was. I think
so. Yes, I think so.
Yeah.
And that one was also set before 2.
I think.
But I think after pre-sequel. I can't remember. Maybe I should look at the timeline again. I forgot that there was another game in between them.
Yo, speaking of things being well received, because I don't think you were here for this, Nate. The Sonic the Hedgehog trailer.
Did you guys see that the internet fixed every issue we had with that trailer?
Pretty much.
The next day.
Pretty much.
And then that's when we had the next day where they're like, guys, everything's still in pre-production.
It's like we heard your complaints.
We'll fix it. We swear.
Yeah. I only bring that up because number one, I wanted to hear your reaction to that trailer, but also because I was talking to Joe about this yesterday, where because I don't really watch the news or anything, but I saw this on an Internet Today video where I guess they had what was the guy who's playing Sonic, Ben Schwartz? Is that his name?
Mm-hmm.
I think they had that guy on Larry King's show, right? Which I didn't even know Larry King still had a show.
Mm-hmm.
But apparently, like, because Larry King asked him, he's like, what does a hedgehog sound like? And then because Ben Schwartz is under like an NDA or whatever, probably, so he can't really say anything. He's like, no, like, Larry, what do you think? What do you think like Sonic the Hedgehog would sound like? And literally, Larry King was like, I'm Mr. Hedgehog. Nobody cares about me.
Oh my.
It's literally what he said. And I'm like, that's it. It's like how everybody wanted Danny DeVito to play Detective Pikachu.
Supposedly they floated that idea.
Yeah. And then Danny DeVito said no because he didn't even know what the fuck Pokemon was.
It's not wrong.
I mean, maybe he should have asked the people that had that shrine to him in their college bathroom or something. That was a thing.
A thing that we did not need to know.
I mean, yo. Anyway.
Detective Pikachu wasn't a bad movie. I give it like a 7.5. I think the best part about the movie was all the Pokemon cameos.
Pretty much.
You got to see like real life versions of all the Pokemon, which are infinitely better than what we got for the Sonic movie.
Here's the thing, right? Because we heard about this when they were first talking about doing the movie, that the studios were really afraid of doing Sonic from the games as a character because he wasn't human-like. And then I feel like I don't think anyone realized that when you make Sonic human-like, it's a freaky animal.
Yeah.
Like, Sonic doesn't need to actually look like a runner who's it looks like a furry. It's literally just...
Yep.
That's what it is. And
you might as well just gotten Sonic Fox.
Yeah.
I just love every still I have of someone fixing it where they put Sonic from like Sonic Adventure Battle.
Yep.
Especially the rocket scene. They have where they made it look like Sonic from Sonic Adventure Battle.
Mm.
And that looks infinitely better than what they probably spent $1 million doing.
I mean, even the Gengar from Detective Pikachu looks better than Sonic.
I don't know that reference because I haven't seen it yet.
I just posted a clip of what Gengar looked like.
The Ludicolo looked better than Sonic.
Yeah.
And that Ludicolo looked like he was on crack.
Okay.
I think that was the intent, though. That's one from the trailer, right?
Yeah.
Behind the bar? Yeah.
Yeah, the Mexican 100%. Pineapple duck.
100%. That was the intent.
Yeah. The Mr. Mime looked better. So.
As someone who's seen it, then, do you agree with the world saying that this is the best video game movie we've gotten?
Considering that the bar for that is set pretty low.
I know. I'm not saying if it's a good movie or not. I'm saying for a video game movie, is this the best you've seen?
It's like you like okay, we're setting up like a tournament bracket. First round is Detective Pikachu versus Mortal Kombat Annihilation.
There we go. Why not? Is it better than Mortal Kombat Annihilation, Aaron?
Oh, you talking about Detective Pikachu?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, considering the textures on a lot of the Pokemon are
Yes or no,
fairly
sir?
accurate. Yes.
Yes. Okay. Street Fighter.
The Legend of Chun-Li.
Okay. Yeah.
Which Street Fighter are you talking about?
Legend of Chun-Li. Of Chun-Li.
Yes.
Okay. OG Street Fighter with Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Yes.
All right.
DOA.
Oh god.
Yes.
Wait, that was a thing?
Yeah.
Oh,
you
no.
don't
Yeah.
remember? Oh,
Oh,
god,
no.
no.
I blocked that out of my mind.
Yeah, you
Um,
did for a good reason.
Prince of Persia.
Story. Now, story wise,
Yes or no, sir?
I say we're about the same. I guess I didn't mind Prince of Persia too much.
Okay. So right now we're tied with the Prince of Persia.
Okay.
I'm trying to think of any other video game movie.
Tomb Raider.
Oh, that's right.
I haven't seen the new
Angelina
Tomb
Jolie
Raider.
Tomb Raiders.
Okay.
I might have a. Yes.
Yep. Okay.
I think it's better than Tomb Raider. Yeah.
It's hard to say Resident Evil because there were so many Resident Evil movies. So we'll just lump them all into a category. Resident Evil movies.
I'm not a fan of Resident Evil like that, so I'm gonna have to go off of like how the zombies look compared to like how the Pokemon look.
Okay.
I say it was kind of a tie.
All right. There was a Tekken movie?
Yeah, there
Yeah,
was a
there was
Tekken
two.
movie.
There was the live action one and there was the animated version.
Oh, wait.
Mhm.
The live action one was terrible.
Yeah, the CG one wasn't too bad.
So I'm assuming that's a no too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Let's see what
like
else.
all the acting and stuff like that for Detective Pikachu was pretty good. And then I think the best thing about it was like the graphics for all the Pokemon. They got nailed it pretty right on the head.
Great.
Assassin's Creed wasn't that also with Jake Gyllenhaal?
No, Assassin's Creed was the guy. Was it Michael Fassbender?
Oh, I didn't see Assassin's Creed though.
Okay. What else do we have?
Super Mario Brothers.
Yes,
The grand final. Super Mario Brothers.
yes.
Oh,
Hard yes.
what was that rock movie? Rampage.
I thought I was gonna say Doom.
Didn't see Rampage. I heard it was garbage though.
Doom.
Yes.
Okay.
Also with Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
Um,
Spy Hunter.
I can only think of like two more. You got Hitman and Warcraft.
Hitman,
forgot
wasn't
about
that
that
with Timothy Oliphant or whatever his name is?
It was that weird guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Didn't see Hitman.
Okay. Warcraft? You saw that one?
No.
Kind of hard to forget if you've seen Warcraft. It's a bunch of ogres.
I forgot there was a Warcraft movie, to be honest.
All right, so then yes, according to Aaron, our official college cheese Pokemon.
It was
The voice
one
of God
the better,
movie, man.
Yeah, it was better than a lot of the video game movies that have been out for the past decade or two. Yes.
Okay.
We'll just put a disclaimer though, like the bar for those video game movies is set pretty low.
Mm-hmm.
So looking at Wikipedia, what do you guys think the highest grossing video game movie is? I'll give you a hint. The Rock's in it.
Rampage.
Tooth
Yep.
Fairy.
Wow.
Rampage had a box office of 428 million.
Was the movie that good though?
I don't think so. Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 73.
What year did it come out?
It came,
So okay, Rampage was
Last year?
around the same score.
It came out last year.
came out last year.
Because that's why it grows. That might be why it grows so much. Because The Rock makes
I was
a ton
gonna say
of-
literally The Rock in it. We're gonna just throw money at this movie.
yeah. Because Dwayne Johnson, the highest grossest man in Hollywood.
If you look back though, like the oldest movie that made relatively around the same much money is
Tomb Raider.
Tomb Raider.
Yeah, I was gonna say probably Tomb Raider because Angelina Jolie.
2001, and still made 275 million.
Rotten Tomatoes gave Detective Pikachu 66%, IMDb 7.1 out of 10, Metacritic at 52.
Yes.
Good old Metacritic.
I don't really trust Metacritic. Supposed to be.
What did IMDb give it?
7.1.
I think that's
was
fair.
that like a 7.3 the other day before I went to go see it?
I think that sounds fair. That sounds fair.
The critic score is always going to be low, and especially since it's a kids movie,
because
it's skewed lower.
Right. Because Aaron, it's like you said. I think a lot of these people just went to see this movie to see all the Pokemon cameos.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So from a nerd standpoint, I like the movie. Okay,
that's fair.
A fan of the series, I did enjoy the movie, and I liked all the Pokemon cameos. A lot of the skin textures for a lot of the Pokemon actually made sense. I was happy.
Like Greninja?
Yeah, Greninja made sense.
He looked like reptilian, which is fine.
Yeah, Charizard looked very reptilian, actually.
That's fair.
He had like a slimy reptilian look, like he was always like
supposed to. Right?
Yeah. Gengar looked weird though.
What about Jigglypuff?
Jigglypuff was furry. Like it was.
Like I know it's fuzzy. It's weird. Yeah. Oh, it's a balloon. It's fuzzy though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Jigglypuff was at that same bar where you see Ludicolo and Spoilers.
That was in the trailer.
Yeah. The Jigglypuff.
You might not know it was the same bar, guys. It could have gone to a different bar.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Like one was in Saffron City and the other one was in
She was on the booth table and she was singing, and the guy that was listening to her was just like conked out sleeping, and the Jigglypuff looked over and got mad and smacked him with the mic, I think. Something like
that.
One side looked great.
Go ahead, Nate.
Dead or Alive, like animated series?
I don't know if there was an animated series.
Wait, what?
I don't think so.
I know there was just a live action movie.
So there's this animated. I was on Wikipedia, right? Looking at the theatrical releases for live action movies, for video game movies.
Yeah.
Under the animated section, there is Dead or Alive Adventures Part 1 through 12. No release date.
I never heard of that.
You know what? Speaking of which, since we're like DOA and DOA is kind of anime, it's an anime game fighter 3D. I'm surprised and also happy, and this is coming from me that just built 2 models from the anime. I'm glad they didn't make a Gundam live action movie.
They did.
Was it Japan only though?
No, I'm joking around. I was saying it was Pacific Rim.
Okay. Oh, okay.
I see what you did.
I was gonna say
Gundam, then Gundam Wing. I mean, here's the thing. I feel like you can do a Gundam movie more than you could do any other anime as a movie.
I'm worried about who they would get to play like the 4 Gundam pilots if they did Wing.
No. Just putting Wing aside, like the concept of Gundam, you don't even need to do the direct series. You can just do your own Gundam storyline in that universe. But doing the like people in a mech, like in a giant mech, easy enough. Most of Gundam Wing plays out in the story. Than actually with its story intersected with action pieces,
right?
Which is made for movies. I feel like
so. It's pretty political, so people could actually like get involved.
Yeah, you could. I mean, yeah, I could see them doing that more than a Gurren Lagann movie. Like if we're talking about like mech animes versus mech animes that could pop go to live action. I could see a Gundam going because it's grounded-ish. Like I don't know. It's more grounded than say a Gurren Lagann where we're literally just fucking making this up as we go.
Do have a question. Well, All right, you know what? I'm going to shoot for it anyway.
Yep.
You probably don't have a good answer for it anyway.
Keep going. I'm listening.
I'm almost tempted to drag my 2 models over here, but I don't want the wings off of Wing Zero Custom to fall off. If they did do a live action Gundam Wing series, who would you want for the 4 Gundam pilots? Like Hiro, Duo, Catra, and no 5. I keep forgetting about Catra. I can't hear you.
Can't hear you, Nate.
You still can't hear me?
Okay, now you
Yeah, I
can.
can't hear you.
I said I don't think they should do an established series.
Oh.
That's just me because I feel like there's too much baggage with doing one of the series. And the way they do Gundam series now is just it's its own storyline. Like even the ones with the orphans, I forgot what it was called. It was probably a better one to go with than Wing.
Like which, or are you talking about
It was one of the either last year's Gundam or the year before that.
Are you talking about the one with Kira and Atherin?
I don't know. All I know there's orphans involved.
I know there was one where you had Setsuna from Setsuna FCA, Double O Gundam or something like that.
Probably not the right Google search to type in Gundam orphans. There it is. Mobile Suit Gundam Iron Blooded Orphans.
And not familiar with that one.
That one came out. Like I said, I want to say it was last year or something like that. I take that back. It was 2015 to 2017. So yeah, it was a 50 episode run. But I mean, like, just like you have like G Gundam, all those other different series of Gundams, I would say you just do a different storyline. It's all being political based. It's all going to be giant mechs with ridiculous, I guess pilots. I don't know. I feel like you would focus more on the. How would I say this? In terms of CGI, it would probably play more like a Transformers than a typical Gundam show. You'd have more of your live action mixing with maybe occasional in the background you see a Gundam. They get into a Gundam, it's just be a CG fight fest. So I don't know. I mean, I feel like you'd go with original story. This way there's no baggage with this isn't as good as Wing, or this isn't as good as G. Or this is better than SD Gundam because SD Gundam was garbage. That's my take on it, at least. Mecha anime. If you're gonna do a mecha anime, Mobile Suit Gundam seems to be the better route to go.
Probably. So I'm scrolling down Twitter, right? And apparently they released a new clip from the live action Aladdin movie with Will Smith performing Prince Ali. And Joe, I'm not gonna make you watch it, but I'm looking at GIFs from it and it looks kind of cringe.
Yeah, I was seeing Kaiser Neko posting his reactions to it and saying how like comparatively to the original, it's very bland. It's like this whole like big choreographic thing. Like the entire scene from the old movie was built around like character interactions and like Aladdin kind of being there and like just kind of haphazardly like mixing into these like situations that the genie's putting him in to try and make him look good. While as like the new one is like this big choreographed thing that's like it's.
So I know where you're getting it from. I know you're going with this, right? But the way I at least justified most of the takes that they're doing in this movie is they're kind of skewing for the like integration, like the Bollywood stuff.
Yeah,
where
it's a musical.
Yeah, choreographed, dance numbers and all that jazz.
Yep.
You think of it too in the original animated movie. it was a parade that
Yeah.
was like the Macy's Thanksgiving Day parade. They even went down to making the genie look like he was what's it called? I can't think of the name right now. But like,
yeah. I know what you're talking about. The dude with the baton. That's the leader of the band.
yeah.
Grand Marshal?
No, not Grand
No.
Marshal. Like if you were watching the Thanksgiving Day parade
Yeah.
and you had the commentators, that was the commentators.
Okay.
Oh
okay.
yeah, the commentators. Okay.
Yeah. They even had it like that. Like you can do that in an animated movie. But if you're doing a live action movie, I feel like they're just trying to, I don't know. I think they're also trying to appeal to the part of the audience that this is for.
The
You know,
Bollywood scene?
the Bollywood scene, which makes sense for what some of the turn they're taking with it. The biggest upset for most people is the fact that Tiger's not in it. They removed the tiger from the movie.
Really?
Yep, they replaced the tiger with a live action like best friend of the princess. I guess to make
Oh,
it.
Raja's not there?
No.
Why is Raja not there?
I don't know, but it's a girl. That's all I know.
Yeah. It's probably because like they was like, oh, like animal cruelty. Can't have a tiger on set.
I wouldn't be surprised if that's what that actually came down to.
I have a good
It
feeling
is-
it's probably that, yeah.
They're like, oh, Dumbo just came out.
What are they gonna replace Iago with a midget now?
I mean, the monkey's still there. I think he's mostly CG, but he's there.
He's mostly CG. Anyway.
Well, the
And if
thing
you're
is,
gonna
right,
have any of them, it might as well be a boo.
we're gonna have the monkey who gets turned into a oh my god, I almost said dinosaur. An
Elephant.
elephant. It's been a long day, guys.
Yeah. He gets turned into an elephant, a car.
Where'd Aaron go?
Yeah, where did Aaron go?
We were talking about Aladdin, the ghost of Will Smith.
Anyway, proceed.
Yeah.
Oh, they buried the lead in this video.
I don't know.
Of course, a different video. Son of a bitch.
Like I mean, I hope this movie is good. I'm not expecting it to be as nearly as good as the original, but I don't know. It's just like it's like because Disney is taking all these movies, and they're just like okay, like this movie is a classic. Let's remake it in live action. Welcome back.
Thanks, Lost in Action.
Okay. It's
So
like-
what were you guys talking about?
We're talking about live action Disney movies.
Sorry, I'm watching that clip.
Okay.
It's actually very close to the animated. It is.
Okay.
As cringy as it might look, like given in stills,
Does it
The
actually
clip-
look okay in like the clip?
the clip that they played, given as cheesy as it looks, having Will Smith singing his version of that song, like it looks like it's almost scene for scene the elements that happened during that scene.
Okay.
So, I mean, there's that, I guess. And the look on Aladdin's face is similar to a look he had, like Joe was saying, where he was like kind of just there, and the genie was kind of building him up as a character.
Yeah.
It kind of seems like that's what's going on. So, I mean, then the clips are probably half the song. The thing also is, I am more sold on this movie the more clips they show me.
Okay.
Before I was like, this is going to be a trash fire. And then what
I'm
was
still
it?
kind of like that.
Yeah, I know. You know what it is? They showed the first trailer without music, and then they included some of the music in it, and it kind of like, okay, I can get behind this. It's enough for me to go see it. I just don't know if it's going to be good. Like I said, every time I hear Will Smith singing a version of the song, like his version of one of the classical songs, I go, but it's a different take. And I also have to pull the old movie out. This isn't made for the fan, like the old school fans. This is a
So
retelling
Joe.
of that. It's a retelling for the new people.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just unfortunate, but it is what it is.
I mean, at least like they're not making because you know how they're remaking the first Pokemon movie in like weird CG or something.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's like Pokemon Mewtwo Returns Evolution or something. It's basically the first movie again, but it's all like CG, and it looks kind of weird.
Aaron, you still watch anime, right?
Yeah, I still watch anime.
Would you agree that not many animes do the CG right? Like I know that CG probably down for some scenes, like if you're animating 100 orcs or something like that in an anime, it's probably easier to do CG than it is to hand draw them out. But it's always it doesn't integrate well. Like there's a lot of people's issue with the new Sword Art, and that's Ricky's issue with this new Sword Art. There's too much CG for him. He just can't watch it.
Right.
I don't know if the answer for a Pokemon movie is CG, but I don't know. I'd have to see it to judge it.
It just looks weird. But
you know what's getting me is that there's a lot of movies made by Guy Ritchie.
Really? I don't even pay attention to what he works on nowadays.
If I remember correctly, this new Aladdin movie is Guy Ritchie's. He's the director. Which, to give you some perspective, what's that? Shane Black did 3, Iron Man 3. Guy Ritchie did. Aaron, was Guy Ritchie Iron Man 3 or was it? I'm sorry, Sherlock Holmes.
Wait, what?
Sherlock Holmes, was that Guy Ritchie?
I think it was, yeah. It sounds familiar.
Guy Ritchie, Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah, I think he directed Sherlock Holmes. I could be wrong though. The Robert Downey Sherlock Holmes. Yep. Man from U.N.C.L.E., Lock, Stock, Two Smoking Barrels. That guy. He's the guy who did Aladdin. Who's doing Aladdin? Which I don't know if that means anything. That means all the chase scenes are probably going to be well shot. Like him running through the markets, stealing something.
Yep. Avoiding the guards.
Yep. All that shot pretty well. All the parkour stuff probably actually be parkour. I don't know.
So how's Mortal Kombat going, Joe?
It's still Mortal Kombat. I haven't really done too much. I log in once every day to check the shop, see what's in there, and then check the towers to see if there's anything I need. But I don't really play it all that much.
Okay.
And that's still broken? I heard they put a patch out for the towers.
Yeah, it didn't change much. Like they made it so that you get more resources and some of the unblockable like tower effects modifiers are now blockable, but it didn't do much for the enjoyment. Like some stuff is still unfair. A lot of it is still unfair. And just 90% of the time, it's better for you to just throw your AI into it and do something else and wait for them to beat it.
That's not good.
Aaron, you played much Mortal Kombat lately?
No, not too much. I haven't played it since before the new update came out, but I was thinking about going online with it, but this hasn't caught my interest as of late. I've been playing Persona 5, my second playthrough.
That P5 grind.
Yeah, that P5 grind. I'm almost done with my second playthrough.
Persona is, I always say it's a good game, but I think Aaron, you and I disagree on this. I don't think you can really go back and play Persona games. Like you might be able to go back from 4 to 3, but I feel like after playing 5, you can go back to 4, but you can't go back to 3. Does that make sense? Because I was telling another person about this, and they also agreed. Like, you get spoiled with the newer Personas when they come out.
Yeah, because like now I'm towards the end of Persona 4, and now since I love the gameplay of Persona 5, going back to 4, it's just like
pretty weird.
That was my feeling for 3. Is going back there, and then I feel like right now if I was to play 3 again, it would be like fucking needles. I don't know.
Mitsuru's best girl from 3, even though I didn't play it. I saw a lot of the playthrough, though. I've been watching people play 3. What, are you looking at Mitsuru now? Mitsuru?
No. This is something different.
That was the chick that you said I should play in P4 Arena, right, Aaron?
Mm-hmm.
Red hair.
Yeah,
chick with the
radio
eyes.
chick.
Yeah. Best girl from 3, in my opinion.
Okay. I'll play P5 one of these days. Still wish it was coming to Switch, but
Listen,
I'll ask for York.
that's where it needs
Just
to
wait
live.
for Royal to come out.
Yeah, but that's what we're talking about.
Right. I don't have a PS4.
Switch. Not this, Samurai Warriors game.
I don't like. Oh, but I can play Scramble. It's just like it's not even like we find out it's just like a word search game or something. It's like Scrabble or something. I don't know.
I just can't. I just don't know why they were doing that, but you know, it is what it is.
Anyway.
Sure.
Oh, on a random note, apparently Nintendo's doing a Mario Maker Direct tomorrow. So it's cool. Mario Maker's fun game.
Whoa. Yeah.
I got nothing. I just figured I should throw that in. Anyway,
I went with this playthrough for P5. I went with Futaba. It was nice getting her up to rank 10 on the romance aspect of it. It was pretty cool. I still say, like, every time I see Makoto or Makoto chimes in that has some exposition, I'm just like, hey, Makoto, where's your sister at?
Spoilers for Persona 5 in case you ever want to play it.
thanks.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, on that note, unless you guys have got anything else you want to throw in real quick, I think we can start wrapping this up.
No, I'm all set.
good.
I'm good.
Okay, so we'll be sure to check out the YouTube channel. Like, you got a whole playlist, all past episodes if you want to check those out.
You have
Follow us
100
on
episodes past this one
Huh?
to listen to. So you have 112 episodes to listen to past this one.
Yep, just 112 episodes of us just talking about nonsense. Sorry, it's cool though. Or follow us on the Anchor, or check us out on Anchor, anchor.fm/College Cheese, so you can listen to all our episodes in audio form, so you don't have to see our stupid faces. Follow us on the Twitters. I'm at WaterPulseLaser. Joe is at Viper the Samurai. Nate is at the Black Nate. Aaron's at Synoptic Ninja. Or follow us on the College Cheese Twitter at college_cheese. And my computer froze there for a second. Sorry about that. I get worried whenever my computer freezes. Anyway, be sure to follow me on Twitch. I'm gonna start streaming again soon. I haven't been streaming for like a week because Xenoblade, and this game is just consuming my life. Anyway, until next week, I'm Al.
I'm Joe.
I'm Aaron.
No, Nate.
And we'll see you next week with episode 114. Bye.
Oh, snap.
Bye.
Later.
Later.